here so y'all can see yourself. There you go. How about that? All right, we're ready. Signature. Okay. I'll send on the side. We're ready? We're live?
We are ready.
Okay. So, hi, everybody. Welcome back. We're back from summer vacation. School's back in session. I'm Kanisha Hudson with Urban Bella. You know Shauna. This is our model, Kai.
Hi, guys.
And we are going to, tonight, continue our conversation about natural hair like we always do. Quick thing. We were going to talk about wash and goes tonight. Change of plans. We're going to actually show you the versatility of our new product, Chrigel. Shauna, can you show everybody the bottle of Chrigel? Couple quick things. Tonight, again, show's 30 minutes. We're going to be in, we're going to be out. Tonight, comments are being moderated by ANHC Pro, and you can actually see them talking to you and kind of writing some of the things that we'll be sharing tonight in the comments on the right-hand side of your screen on YouTube. And you'll see them listed there as Atlanta ATL Natural Hair. Is that right? I got it right. Okay. I had to practice that. Okay, so we're going to jump right in tonight. Kai, y'all probably know Kai already. Most of y'all probably already know Kai. Kai has her own YouTube channel, Kai Medley, Kyemedley. Kai's been in before. She's been our model for some training sessions, some other wonderful things. So we were, of course, talking and whatnot. And I asked Kai to come in and model for us. We finally got her in. We were planning to do a wash and go because for some reason I was thinking back when we did Kai's hair before, I was like, yeah, Kai's a great type 4 wash and go hair model. But I'm gonna let Kai share her story. But she really was like, no, I don't really do wash and goes. I was like, we're gonna try. Let's see what happens. Shauna is already gonna. We gotta turn you into the camera, Shauna. So you're behind everybody. Shauna is gonna go ahead and get cranking. We decided to go ahead and do a 2-strand twist because one of the main things that we want to make sure we do is always showcase your best look. A wash and go is very possible for her, but it does not give her the length and definition that she's looking for. So we decided to just change gears, which happens a lot in the salon. You come in, you got one plan, and we go with something else many, many times. So we're going to talk about, tonight I'm going to talk about type 4 hair. I'm going to talk about some of the, one of the main issues of type 4 hair, how to really address that. I'll talk about your questions. Kai will share her story, share her challenges, and we will go from there. Okay, so You go first, Kai. Tell us your
Okay.
story.
Well, I went natural in about 2009, 2010. And when I went natural, well, before I went natural, I was like, oh, I'm going to have this nice curly big hair. But that was not the case. I got the big chop and I cried like a baby.
You did.
I did. I cried, man. I was so scared because I was like, my hair hasn't ever been that short, like for as long as I can remember. I mean, of course, I was a baby, but when I was old enough, yeah, I hadn't. Nonetheless, I did that, and then I wore Marley twist for a while, and then afterwards, I decided to wear my natural hair out. And when I started that, I was a product junkie. I was doing everything, trying every product, every natural product, every do-it-yourself product. I was trying everything. And then I started to learn more about my hair and the texture, and I am a 4C, so I started to get products that went with my hair. But what I realized about wash and goes is that I can't achieve the, what did we call it earlier? The wash and go that,
Oh, yeah. Okay. So earlier we were talking about wash and goes, and what we said was achieving that fantasy wash and go.
Right, the fantasy wash and go.
The fantasy wash and go is I grab a gel or a moisturizer or jelly or whatever. I run it through my hair. It's perfectly elongated, has no frizz, and I didn't have to put a lot of work into it.
Right.
That's the fantasy. We actually did do a wash and go on Kai. We did a small section. I think Sean has already taken it apart. Is that the section I do? Yeah. Okay. So it was this section here. But we tried 2 products. It wasn't bad. Just the shrinkage was really high. It was up here, and the definition was decent. But it's absolutely something I told her in due time. If you continue to work that, it will get much, much better. More length, more definition, but it's going to have to be worked and coached and well hydrated and things of that nature. So she's steaming now, which is, and we met Kai about 2 or 3 years ago. And since then, her hair's moisture level is really, really come up several notches, but it still has a lot more room in it to even be more hydrated. Mm-hmm. Because she can do a really nice wash and go. It will naturally shrink. And one thing we don't want to do here, Urban Bella, is give you the idea that every wash and go looks the same. That's how the fantasy wash and go thing came about. I don't want every natural to think, okay, now if my wash and go doesn't look like my cousin's, who, and she's got 3C hair or 3B hair, that means you can't do the wash and go. It just means that yours is much tighter, much more shrunken. Even my own hair stretches out a lot, but this is my wash and go. Is it, the ideal wash and go? Maybe for some, yeah, maybe for others, no, but it's what I have. And I've learned to embrace that and work with that and really enjoy my own texture. And I want to encourage that with all naturals. So we want to encourage Kai to do her wash and go. So you will see Kai again on a roller set video, and you will see us working with her over the next 12 months. Actually on Periscope. Join us on Periscope too, where we're going to show little snippets of us coaching her and showing her how to work the wash and go for the long term. So, but for tonight, we're doing a twist set.
Which is my fave.
Yes, which is one of your favorites. So let me just kind of quickly touch on a couple of key pointers. I don't want to skip the education because I have a tendency to do that sometimes. Somebody sent me a message. They wanted to know, how do you know if you have type 4 hair? So I want to quickly explain this part. Going over the matrix, I'm just going to quickly say, type 3 is your curly. Type 4 are your kinkies. If you are type 4, your curls are not all the same. You've got more diversity going on. Maybe something looks like a key and it zigzags. Something may coil. Something may be very silky, and then something may be very kinky and rougher in texture. Type 4s really have that different texture in the crown area. You really see that more with Afro textured hair. You could even be a type 3 and still have that, but type 4s, you really got that tighter, kinkier, more wiry terrain in the back. Front tends to be a little bit looser, wavier. Sometimes even the temple tends to be a lot drier and kinkier texture, and then the back can have an element of silkiness to it. So you've got multiple things going on. You don't see that with type 3s very much. To explain the A, B, C thing, type A hair, so 4 A's, you'll have those different things going on, but you shampoo and condition, your hair is not going to stick straight up like this at all. You're going to have to really work hard. You have to hairspray it to practically get it to stand up, or twist it and stand on your head or something crazy. B's, your hair is going to go side to side. And C's, B's are side to side, C's straight up, and A's straight down. So shampoo, condition your hair, let it do its own thing one day. Don't put any product on it. Don't twist it. Don't blow dry it. If you're going straight up, you're C. You're going side to side, you're B. And if you're going straight down, you're an A. Okay. The main thing that really you'll find change. Let's talk a little bit about. We're gonna talk about healthy type 4 hair tonight. So I'll touch on the things that I think that we hear honestly from most naturals that are the most critical. Just teach it, bitch. Okay. So some of the main things we hear, obviously, I want to say this about type 4. Knowing that you are a type 4, A, B, or C is only touching on a tiny part of the story. I'm a 4C. Kai is a 4C. My hair, if I shampoo, condition, and go, I've got Chrigel on right now. This is a fresh, Kanisha Dew. If I didn't do this, my hair would stick straight up in the top of my head, full afro. It would shrink up even shorter, tighter, and round. So that's just to clarify that I am a 4C. Kai's a 4C, but Kai does not like to do the wash and go. Her favorite go-to style is a 2-strand twist. The reason why her favorite style is her go-to style is a 2-strand twist, my hair has a little bit more moisture than Kai's, naturally speaking. My curls are bigger. And because my curls are bigger, I can get more natural moisture to them. Porosity-wise, Kai's hair actually has lower porosity, so her twists are much smoother and more polished looking than mine are. So although we're both technically a 4C, we look for and are wanting different things. We want the same thing from our hair, but we go about it different ways. And I like to always explain to people that, going by the hair type matrix gives you a general idea, and it helps you communicate wonderfully with other naturals. If another natural says, I really like this product, it gives you an idea if you may even fall in that category. If you're a 4C natural talking to a 4A natural, you're really not comparing apples to oranges. Still fruit, but not the same fruit. So I hope that gives you an idea. If you guys have comments, questions about that, and I need to clarify anything, let me know. I know I've touched on that a couple of times, but it's one of those things, a question we get a lot. So I like to lead in by explaining that. Okay, so let's talk about what you got to do to get healthy type 4 hair. Top of the list, and probably the only thing I'll really touch on tonight is moisture. You want to chime in?
Go
right ahead.
Okay, so the moisture in my hair is like non-existent sometimes. So I try to keep my hair moisturized all the time because I know how important it is for my hair texture. But it's like as soon as I moisturize it, it's like gone right away. So yeah, I definitely have issues with moisture. And as this lovely product comes into play, she'll talk more about that. But yes, moisture.
Purely suggestive. But go ahead, Kai.
Well, yeah, no, just basically keeping the moisture in my hair because that's one of my struggles is just keeping my hair moisturized, and that's a part of it being healthier and a part of what I want for my hair so that it is much healthier.
So, with that being said, a couple things I want to touch on for you all tonight are, why does type 4 hair need more moisture? One of the main reasons is type 4 hair has more bends. So if you take a piece of hair, I don't have a good example. Oh, our picture's behind us. Okay, so our redhead model here, her hair does not have as many bends and loops in it. She's type 2 wavy hair. Our model above here, you can see her hair has a lot more bends and curls and whatnot. it makes it harder for oil to travel, the sebum to travel from her scalp to her ends and into the shaft of her hair. Because it's harder for hair to get that, it doesn't have as much elasticity. It's more susceptible to brittleness and breakage and just general dryness. And it's just a genetic thing about type 4 hair. It's nothing that you can say, oh, I wish my hair weren't this type of hair, because while you have that challenge, you have the benefit, type 4s, of getting very full, big, luscious looking natural curly hair. It's really, really gorgeous. So there's always two sides to every coin. There may be a little bit of work in one area, like the fact that the sebum doesn't travel as well, but you got the best froze anybody could ever ask for. That's just a natural part of the terrain. So that's why type 4s use more butters to seal the hair, to add back in that oil that the hair does not naturally get from the scalp. That's why things like coconut oils are so popular. They mimic, they mimic, I see that I have a question. I see that. So producers like, we got questions, stop monologuing. But I just want to explain that that's why the type 4s use more butters, and we're very conscious of that. You'll see us all talking on Twitter and YouTube and everywhere saying, what butters are you using? What's the butter I need now? What's the right oil? Olive oil is really popular as well. And really key to having in your product. Let me get the question.
What do you suggest for cleansers, and what are the ingredients you naturals
Just, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah.
should be using for cleansers?
Okay, so touching on that and talking about moisture, obviously we like the Urban Bella cleanser. I'm trying to put this in here so you can see it. There we go. So this is the non-lather cleanser that we developed here at Urban Bella. We developed it the way that we did because dry type 4 hair is what we see here a lot. Now we see it all, don't get me wrong. I mean, you see the whole gamut when you're working with textured hair, but the dryness issue is something that plagues our type 4 guests the most. We've always used and then later developed products that would give the maximum hydration. That was a top priority. Obviously style is there as well, but when you're talking shampoo, conditioner, hydration is critical. We developed non-lather cleanser so that it would clean. You have 2 cleansers in there, but it also has 4 conditioners. Some of them are relatively light, kind of clear. They really give the hair the moisture and hydration. And then some of them are a bit more creamy. Actually, one of them is creamy. The purpose is to clean the scalp, but keeping the hair condition intact, but removing debris from the hair, your buildup of your product, your coconut oil, all of that stuff. You want all of that to come off. The non-lather cleanser by Urban Bella also contains peppermint oil, and I mean a lot of it, and a lot of spearmint oil. And I'll actually let Kai give you her feedback on that. She's experienced it twice at this point, I think. Mm-hmm. So she can give you a little more feedback as to what she thinks of our cleanser, but you can really tell that we have really pumped up the peppermint and spearmint, and I'm sorry, the peppermint and the menthol, because we want to make sure that we're opening up that follicle as much as possible, letting all that toxic stuff come out and rinse away. And it really is the key to building that moisture. So when we talk about type 4s not really having a lot of sebum coming to the hair shaft, you don't want to strip that little bit away that you have with lather cleanser all the time. Once a month is fine, but anything more than that can really be excessive, where if you are really maybe more like a type 2 here, you have a lot more oil traveling from the root to the end. So you want to remove yours a little more often because you got plenty of it to spare. So that's why different textures are going to go about it with different routines. And really for our type 3s and type 4 curlies, non-lather cleanser is absolutely the product to go with. And did I answer the question?
Yeah.
Does your moisturizer have shea butters?
Yes, it does. In fact, I'll talk about both of the moisturizers. So Kai is going to go under the dryer. She's going to go under the dryer. She'll be under there for exactly 10 minutes. Mm-hmm. And while she's under there, I'll sit and chat and educate some more, and show you all some products. So, thank you. Thank you. Yes, I'll take all of those. Okay, so the question was, do our moisturizers contain shea butter? Yes. The highest content in this is shea butter and mango butter. Equal amounts of both. The reason why we use shea butter, we love how the shea butter seals in the moisture, gives the hair very, very nice high shine. The mango butter actually makes the hair more supple and soft. It does it, in our opinion, in working with our clients, better than shea butter. Together, they are wonderful. They're both really, really soft. If you ever just take raw mango butter and rub it on the heels of your feet and your hands, you can see how it softens the skin and even rubbing it on your hair, you'll see how it softens the hair more than shea butter, but it doesn't have the high gloss and the high polished finish and quite the same seal that shea butter has. So together they work really well. This is our number 23. This is our hydrating moisturizing cream. I'm sorry, I'm trying to make sure you all can see that. That's our hydrating moisturizing cream. And shea butter is in here as well. This is a castor oil base moisturizer, no mineral oil, no petroleum jelly, none of that stuff in here at all. And they work really well together. So I'm going to continue through and explain how we utilize those. And you'll see Shauna combine both of these. No? What do you do? Okay, never mind. She didn't use it on a twist. I don't know what she used it on me. But here in the salon, we'll combine these two. She won't be doing it tonight. Tonight, just butter. So those really help you seal your moisture in. Okay, so we talked about the fact that type 4s, your hair texture bends more along the shaft and it causes you to have less of your natural oils going through the shaft of your hair, which is going to cause it to be just naturally drier. You have to substitute that. That's where your oils and your butters come in. The second issue that causes type 4B and B hair to really, really be drier and need more moisture is that it is just more porous. When the hair starts to fly and lift, meaning going side to side or straight up and down, you've got greater porosity. That means that your hair takes on a lot more moisture, but it loses most of it. It's not really keeping it. So you have to apply and reapply your product more. You have to wet your hair more. It does not have that silky outer layer to the hair shaft, which allows the hair to hold on to water. You'll see that with your type 3, A and B, and your type 4A. Their hair tends to be a bit more silky. And some of the 3Bs, you have more silky texture to your hair. It varies. Again, like we're saying, you're going to always have variety and difference within every texture. So if your hair loses more water and requires more water, that's when you're going to need more of a water-based moisturizer. And let me explain the difference. This is a water-based moisturizer, our number 23. It's going to hydrate the hair. It's going to help you address the fact that your hair is really, really porous. So if you don't have really porous hair, if you're more of a type 3B or type 3C curly, you're not going to really need that often. Maybe here and there, maybe as a styling aid, but that's going to be kind of the end of the stop for you. If you are looking for something that's not water-based and you like to maybe have your styles last a little longer, you're going to go with our Shine Butter. This is number 9 hair Shine Butter. You're going to go with something like this where it has no water content at all. And this product is 100% natural for those of you who definitely want to know about that. So the main thing to really make sure we emphasize to type 4 curlies is that hydration happens in layers. You absolutely have to start with the right hydrating shampoo, the right hydrating conditioner. If you start out with a really, really high lather cleanser that takes away the tiny little bit of sebum that you already have, and you shampoo your hair with that, and you shampoo your hair with that often, you're going to just end up with a nest. And so you've already created a situation that's hard to detangle. So you need even more conditioner to address the fact that your hair is more tangled than when you started. When you start with the number 7 non-leather cleanser, you start the detangling process. It actually starts to, you'll find the hair that's shedded starts to loosen up. the cuticle has the right coating to it, so the hairs can slip apart, and everything that's not supposed to be there that shedded 5-6 days ago is coming right on out. And 5 minutes. Oh, we already at 5-minute marker. Okay, how's our model looking? So we'll give our model. We're going to give our model about 5 more minutes to dry. Another thing too that you need to do for type 4 curlies, you got to steam hydrate. Deep conditioning is fine if you don't have a deep conditioner, but I will tell you, it is not the same thing as steam hydration. You want to put that moisture back in the hair. It builds your elasticity. It counteracts that brittleness and dryness. So that's a key thing. And I'm going to quickly buzz through these because I want to take my last few minutes and talk about Chrigel. A lot of you purchased, thank you. A lot of you purchased Chrigel from our last episode in July. So this is our newest baby. Chrigel is exactly how it sounds. It is a cream and a gel combined. The reason that we created this one is because we like wash and goes. I mean, it's our favorite thing to do. It's our favorite thing to wear personally. Everybody here wears a wash and go. But we needed something to give the hair more stretch, let the curl last longer. We also had a couple of clients who are sensitive to fragrance. So we actually created something for them that was unscented and didn't realize it would just take off and get really popular. So one thing we were looking at is the fact that Chrigel is extremely versatile. You can twist with this. You can set rods. You can, I think Bantu knots is a little too much moisture in it for a Bantu knot out. But if you want to leave your Bantu knots in for a while, you can. Here's the difference between Chrigel and number 10 stretch cream, because these are the two products we set hair with. A style is going to have less volume with Chrigel, but it is going to last longer and hold longer because of the higher gel content than in number 10. So just keep that in mind. So if you're wondering, and Kai's hair tonight was 2-strand twisted with Chrigel. Our normal routine, if you know us and you have watched a couple of videos, there is a little hair shine butter on her hair. I don't like how this lighting is. I'm sorry. There is a little hair shine butter on her hair before we start. And there is, we did a pre-dry, set or twist dry, basically. About 80% dry, and went from there. And so we'll take her down here in just a few minutes, and I think we might actually run on time for once. We'll see how it goes. Do we have any more questions? None at the moment? Okay. All right, no problem. So actually, I do have a couple of things to share while we wait. So if you all have any questions, please let me know. Yeah, let me know if you have any questions. All right, so there's a question. Yes.
When will you be doing a demo on a blowout? Or will you be doing a demo?
I don't think we'll do a demo on a blowout. It isn't really something that we're trying to teach, to be honest with you. Our brand, Urban Bella, really is a straight hair brand. We really are a textured hair company. Blowouts are something I really, really wish y'all would leave to professionals. I don't want you to burn your hair out. I don't want your flat iron too hot. That stuff, I'm not saying no. I'm just saying it's not in our current scope and our current plan. But, you know, things always change. There could be something we want to introduce to you. We may show you a blowout as a part of showing you some other style or makeover or something. It isn't necessarily something we would be teaching, though. I would really like y'all to leave that to the stylists to do for you. Another question? Yes.
Can you dry twist with the number 23?
Yes, you can dry twist with all of our products, all of our stylers and creams, except for the number 54 stretch and define gel. We have not done, I take that back. We have done one twist out with it, wet, not dry. So don't do a dry twist with that product, but you can dry twist with number 10, Chrigel, and number 23. So we have 3 products that you can dry twist with. Also, Chrigel is on sale on the website Take advantage of it. The coupon code will be here below. It is Chrigel, Cregel, all caps. Enter that on the website. Save a little something on that. And also on our website, all orders for $50 ship for free. So keep that in mind. Another key thing I want to talk to you about type 4 is about, I think that a lot of times we think everybody can do the same thing. It's not the case. If you have dry skin, you can't do the same thing that an oily skin, friend may do. Your oily skin friend can't do what you do. She can get away with things. You can get away with things. Everybody can't get away with the same stuff. One thing that I really, really am a big advocate of is that everybody needs to choose quality products. But type 4 hair will tell on you faster if you are not choosing products with excellent ingredients. And I know it can be a little tricky reading ingredient decks because they all will say good things. And then you find out it's mostly water and very little of the stuff you really need. But definitely look for the stuff that is going to help you the most. That's going to be your coconut oils. Look for the non-carbomer-based gels. Definitely our new collection, the handcrafted series, those products are not carbomer-based. What that means is that you are getting way more moisture than you would ever get from a carbomer-based gel. They are the gel base is natural, completely natural. Troy, can you have me another one of these gels, this 54 gel? I want to just show them to you. This new series we created is definitely a new direction. Thank you for Urban Bella. We love it. We love, love, love focusing more on what we put in the products and how it affects the hair. Just the base of our gel before we start adding coconut oil and castor oil and all those other things and the aloe vera oil, the aloe vera juice. It is already very, very hydrated. And that's important for type 4s. I as a type 4, I don't have that kind of room. I don't have the room to walk into a store and grab a jar of brown pro style gel. Now I can do it and I still haven't had a hair on my head, but it will be extremely dry. It won't look good. It'll flake right off. And those are things that are really, really critical. So I want to encourage type 4s to take good care of your hair. You have the most beautiful, bouffant, large fros. So go ahead and invest in the best products. It makes a big difference. It affects you long term. You may not notice that Eagle Styler gel is not really that great today. You notice it in 6 months when you're like, my hair is just really dry. I just don't know what's going on. Ease off the $3 gels. Ease off the $3 shampoos. I love Trader Joe's as much as the next natural. They don't love me back. Can you steam your hair too much? Yes, you can. Steam your hair once a month. If you steam too much, you're messing with the natural balance of your protein in your hair. So you do want to be careful with that. No need to overdo it. I'd say if you are experiencing dryness or you haven't been steaming at all or you really haven't been on point with your routine, go ahead and steam twice a month. Steam more in the winter, less in the summer. Play it with the weather. When it's dry outside and your skin is dry, you can steam. When it's wet outside and real dewy and it's like that here, I mean, we're here in Atlanta and it's like that all year round. You can have a hot November day here and it's not cold, but you can feel that the air is really, really wet. Your hair doesn't need to be steamed on those days if you're treating it right. If it's not being treated the best, if you're using, products that are really drying, grabbing grocery store brand shampoos and conditioners, you're going to have to do more work. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that some naturals can't get away with that. I'm specifically saying that us type 4 girls, we don't have that kind of room. We end up messing up our hair and it takes months to get it back on track. So trust me on that one, please. I know as a natural type 4 natural who not in a million years would have thought I could have gone natural. Never would have guessed it. Never would have guessed that I would love it. And I do, and I would never look back. But I have always put the best products on my hair. I've never skimped. I've never cared what it costs. I've never cared about the price because I know the other side of that, and that's cutting my hair off, and I don't want to do all of that. And I love color and all the other things. And I'd rather go ahead and pay the premium on the product so I can have premium hair. So are we ready? Is it dry? How much time does she need to dry? We're not quite dry yet. If we have more questions, let me know. We'd love to give her a few. Oh, we're doing okay on time. How much? So Shauna's checking to see how much more time she needs. If y'all have more questions, please let me know. And while I'm waiting, let me talk about Periscope a little bit. Let me switch gears. Anybody else want to jump in behind the camera? So Periscope is, okay, what is Periscope? It's a product Twitter bought or launched that basically allows us to live stream from our phones. We are going to start sharing with you the before on Periscope. So when the model arrives, and the model's here 2.5 hours before we start the show, we're going to start showing you the shampoo, condition, detangle process. So right now, if you follow us on Twitter at urbanbella_curl and on Periscope at urbanbella_curl, then you'll be able to see how we prep Kai's hair. So definitely take a look at that. She and I talked through a lot of detail about her hair. She talked a little bit more on Periscope today, so she might be a little tired of talking, but you can see on there some of the questions that other naturals are asking us. Definitely follow us on Twitter, because that's how you know that we're about to do live feed on Periscope. And we will do a lot of live feeding from the salon on Periscope, just quick little snippets, chances to ask us quick questions. Obviously that video footage we will save and post to YouTube as well. The other thing I was going to tell you about Periscope, so you'll see the shampoo, condition, detangle process. You'll hear my theories about detangling. You'll notice me detangling with 3 tools and explaining each. And then you also get to see us a little bit later doing some of the prep twisting, so you can see how our hair was looking as we were going. So somebody asked a question. They wanted to know, can you recover from heat damage? Not really, to be honest with you. It just depends on how serious it is. I'm going to assume when you say heat damage, it's as if this whole section is straight, which is very common when people do blow dries, or the whole perimeter is straight and everything's curly here. The truth is that you're going to have to let it grow out, either using transitioning styles, such as flat twist setting, flexi rod setting, something along those lines. And you're going to have to also try to steam condition. In the past, we have found that some guests, by the hand of God, have been able to get under the steamer, and it's much better. It'll bounce back enough to say, okay, we don't need to cut it off or do transition styles. We can still wash and go. Give the hair some serious scrunching. I would definitely recommend the handcrafted series number 54, Formula 54 gel, because it does give the curl more boost, pulls it in more. So absolutely check that out on our website. Try that. We've had some success with that, as long as you can get some kind of wave of curl, and just give that hair a lot of scrunching, a lot of pushing, a lot of boosting up. So hopefully that helps. Let me know, and feel free to come in and see us. I do want to encourage you, though, if you have heat damage, go ahead and start cutting. And nothing major. You don't have to like whack it all off in one sitting, but go ahead and take off. You grow about 1/2 inch a month. Take off 1/2 inch, let 1/2 inch grow. Take off 1/2 inch, let 1/2 inch grow. That way you're ready to rock and roll. You ready? We're ready. Okay, so Shauna is going to come back over here to the camera with Kai, and they're going to take her hair down, and we'll be ready to wrap for the night. So any last minute questions, let us know. So you'll notice, can you see the shine in that? Let's see. We can see it, but.
Yeah, we can.
Oh, you can? In fact, I'll come around that way. Let's see what they can see. So notice that Chrigel gives the hair really, really high gloss. Kai, how long did you say your twists were lasting for you?
If I just didn't retwist it at all, probably like a good 3-4 days with it looking like a twist out.
Mm-hmm.
But if I retwisted every night, probably like a good 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Okay.
Yeah.
So Kai will repost. Would you repost on Twitter and on YouTube how your hair's looking over the course of time? Okay. That's the way to make it twist out. Use Chrigel. I'm sorry. So the question we have. Are you laughing at me? Are you laughing at me? Oh, somebody asked the best way to maintain a twist out. I said use Chrigel. It lasts just fine. The best way though is what Kyle was just saying. Number one, start with a good product. Honestly, now y'all know my thing about y'all using these little watery products that have no punch, no power at all. I won't mention any brands. I don't want a phone call, but y'all know what I'm talking about. That $9.99 stuff. Ease up off of that for starters. A twist out can't last with anything that's so watery and soft. You gotta have something with power. You need Chrigel. Honestly, twist your hair with Chrigel and call me back in 2 weeks when you still have that same twist out, because it's going to last. Nothing to is work with small twists. I know a lot of times you may want big full hair, but when you start working with really big twists, they don't last quite as long. So good product with great hold, but not too drying, Chrigel. And then you need to let your twists dry completely. Go and dry under a dryer, actually. It sets them at a better rate than when you air dry your twist. So that's another thing as well. When you're taking your twist down, like Shauna was even just saying, you use the Hair Shine Butter, a non-water-based moisturizer. So you're getting that nice seal in the moisture, goodness from butter, versus using something like our hydrating moisturizing cream, which has water in it and is going to cause the hair to start to revert more quickly. Does that help? No, it didn't help at all. That's what they said. Didn't help at all. You didn't do anything for me. Okay, so as we continue to watch, Shauna, can y'all see that okay? Because this screen just looks weird. You see it good? Okay, as long as y'all can see it at home, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna stand over here at the Q&A section, and continue to. I just want to see what y'all at home can see. Oh, no, you're good.
We got this on.
I can't see that. They really can't see it.
Oh, okay.
Shauna, can you step back a little bit? No, not your hands, just your middle. Create a little gap between these guys. Yeah.
Both side by side.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you. Okay. Oh, I keep going up on my tips. You know I got a million of them. I lost my tips. Okay, so I'm gonna keep talking through more tips. So, okay, so y'all, what did I have for you all? Oh, there was something else I wanted to it's Throwback Thursday. I'm gonna do a throwback to my other fellow YouTubers. I don't know who came up with this, but the lock method and the loco method. I love them. Use them. They're excellent. The lock method is a leave-in, is really making sure you do things to your hair to increase your moisture. Lock method stands for leave-in, oil, and cream. Loco stands for leave-in, cream, oil.
I prefer loco.
I prefer loco too. You know why? Because we are tight for
Yes,
the
we are
naturals.
here.
Exactly. You know, it gets done. And as Kai just said, type 4C naturals, you are going to prefer the loco method, because you're going to want to, basically what you're doing in the loco method, you shampoo your hair, condition it, put a leave-in on your hair, put a cream-based moisturizer on your hair, and then seal that with an oil. So loco, LCO, and LCO, leave-in cream oil. What happens when you do that? Now, I have to honestly confess here, and Kai, school me. What's the point of the leave-in part? I skipped that part though.
Well, I was just about to ask you that, because
Yeah,
for me, the L, I just use water.
Yeah, I
And
skipped
then-
that part. I don't like, and it's okay because
I've heard it as liquid cream oil.
Okay, liquid.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Never mind then. Okay, so liquid is fine.
Mm-hmm.
I personally don't want to leave in on my type 4 curls. That's asking for flakes.
Yes,
Yeah.
right.
I don't need any help with anything flaking. Type 4 naturals, we already struggle with flakes and things like that, which is why most of us shy away from any kind of gel in the first place.
Right,
and these are hair
right.
hard. So if you're gonna go with these methods, especially because we're starting to, it's hot right now, but it's been a long, hot, dry summer. So something like this is really good for everybody. Take a couple days, take a little break from your styling products. And
Right.
after you shampoo, condition, rinse your hair out, your liquid is your water. Put on a cream-based moisturizer. I'm gonna hand this to you. This is the C part, that's the cream. And then, and what's happening when you do the cream part, thank you, Ben. What's happening when you do the cream part is you're hydrating the hair. This is another key part. This is one of those key layers in really hydrating type 4 hair. This is the cream part. It's going to give you the water. It's got the castor oil. It's got the shea butter. It's got sweet almond oil, sunflower oil, all of that lovely oil goodness, but it is water-based, so it gives your hair more hydration. Then we've got shine butter, which you want to follow. This is the O part of the loco method, LCO. So liquid was water, hydrating, moisturizing cream. Oil is the shine butter. This is going to seal. Again, this is the shea butter, mango butter. It's going to hold in that moisture for days. So when you do this, I'll take that, thank you. When you do that, I promise you, you're going to notice a huge difference in hydration. It has been a hot, hot summer here in Atlanta. I'm sure it's been hot everywhere.
Yeah, I'm hot thinking about it.
Yeah, it's hot. It's hot in this room right now. But when you have that high, hot heat, your hair is dry, your skin gets dry. You have to go back and give it the nourishment it needs. Nourishment meaning hydration, moisture. When you give it the hydration and moisture it needs, you got to seal that in. So I recommend taking a couple of days, do a couple of 2-strand twist sets, just doing that. Allow your hair to take a little bit of a breather and relax. The other thing I recommend is, so the loco, oh, you were gonna
I
say.
have a question.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. As far as product use for different seasons, so would you prefer like certain products for the colder months and certain products for the hotter, the warmer months?
Mm-hmm.
Or could you just use the same products year round, or does it depend on the hair type?
Mm-hmm.
Or
I actually, all of what you said, really. It depends on what you're using in your arsenal. Now, our products are designed for year-round use, but you may adjust. I'll give you a perfect example, Chrigel. Let's say you are not a cool weather wash and go person. You absolutely can switch Chrigel around and use it for your twist setting. You could do more protective styles with it.
right.
Let's say you are a person, like my hair gets plenty of natural air humidity in the summer. So I don't use the hydrating moisturizing cream in the summer unless it is a dry summer day or unless I'm at the beach. So it's part of my beach care routine, but it is not something I need to grab throughout the summer. I really don't have to moisturize that much during the summer because the gels that we have so much humectant in it that my hair is really soft a lot from that. But from time to time it's not, and I have to reach for my moisturizers, but very, very infrequently in the summer months. Starting in October, when the air gets crispy, a lot of our clients will crank up and use a lot more of their moisturizers. So you'll find that your hair is going to definitely respond and change based on the season and the weather. And you will make product adjustments. Like you may wash and go with something and then switch and say, I only twist with this. But you really don't change, your products won't change. Now, every company is different. So some product companies, their products may really work well for summer, like swimming products and things that kind of really remove toxins and kind of protect the hair from damage. And by toxins, I mean food toxins, comb versus regular gel. Okay, no problem. Ooh, they should have watched this on Periscope today. On Periscope, so you can change up your product. Nothing wrong with that at all. You can use the same product as long as you know how to adjust based on your lifestyle.
Okay.
Okay, so we have a question about comb versus finger detangling, and we are comb detanglers here at the Bella. If you will take a look on Periscope, please follow us on Periscope. There is a video posted by urbanbella_curl. It is untitled, but if you will take a look at that, you will see where I talked earlier today about detangling and explain to people that detangling, I'm going to grab a couple tools here. Oops, let's see. So our detangling today involved this comb and this comb. And I know many of you out there in YouTube land are freaking out right now. But what else?
Especially the 4 C's.
I know. I don't want to see. I completely detangle with that. When I finger detangle, if we were to finger detangle clients, we would not get product in the hair evenly. It's really critical when you're talking about trimming and cutting the hair. And it's definitely critical on finger styling. And it really just leaves all this other shedded hair in your hair when you just finger detangle. So it's very important to make sure that you do all of the above. I'm sorry, not all the above. Lord have mercy. I'm tired. It's important that you use tools. Please use tools, y'all. Please tell me why y'all don't want to use tools. I'd love more detail on that. Why are you standing so close? Wrap it up. Okay. My husband's standing too close to me. What? Wrap it up? Shut it down? Okay. I'm wrapping up, y'all. We're done. Shauna we'll let the camera keep rolling, but the show is over. And thank you all for joining us. But please tell me in the comments below your fear or concerns about detangling with combs. I really want to understand what y'all afraid of with the small tooth comb. Now, you know we don't comb a lock of hair this big with a small tooth comb. We work with a tiny piece, and this we really use on the ends. But take a look at the video on Periscope. You will see that I explain that and show that.
I was scared of small tooth before we did the detangling.
Okay, so now you're drinking the Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
No, you're not. No, you're not. That was too fancy. That was not a sell.
I do detangle though with the wide tooth comb, but I get what you mean as far as getting all of the knots out, because you can't with the wide tooth comb, obviously.
And you really can't with your fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like at the end, we got to the end, and I wasn't pulling hard. And you'll notice on Periscope, one of the comments was, "You're being very gentle." Absolutely. I am extremely gentle. We're gentle. We're not roughing you up or doing anything harsh. But we absolutely do want you to, I'm going to spin around so everybody can see while I'm wrapping up here. Okay. We want you to get through the hair and get through it nice and easy. You shouldn't lose more hair. My hair's long. My hair's very long. It shrinks a lot, but it always has. And this is the finished job. This is a 2-strand twist set with our Chrigel. And any questions, give us a call, guys, 404-255-5022. I will post all of our contact info, social media links, Periscope videos, everything else I can post in the description below so that you can take a look at that. Please subscribe, guys. Please subscribe, the subscribe button. Over there or over there, I think it's right there. Please subscribe to our channel. Join us again on, I believe it's the 20th, where we will probably attempt one more wash and go. We'll see how it goes. We go with the flow around here. Or we may go in another direction. We will be starting our new fall series after Labor Day, where we will start talking about protective styles, cool weather looks, hair color. We're going to talk about hair color coming this fall. We're going to talk to you about what's going wrong with your home box color, what's happening there. We're going to talk to you about how we approach color here in the salon and why your hair is fire red orange when you meant for it to be sandy brown. So we'll talk about all of those great things this season. Christmas is coming up soon. I know it's a little early to be talking about it, but we have some wonderful promotions and things coming up for you this holiday season. A surprise for everybody. So definitely tune in the fall. I'm going to announce the holiday promotions because there's something y'all been asking for years, dealing with the non-lather cleanser. That's a hint. And I will be announcing what that will be this holiday season. So thank you all for joining us so much. This is our model, Kai Medley. Please follow Kai on Twitter at Kai Medley. Follow us at UrbanBella_curl. Follow her, subscribe to her YouTube channel, Kai Medley. Subscribe to ours. Button right there. Thank you so much to Elaine Truesdale tonight from ANHC Pro for moderating our comments. Yay! And thank you to our producer, Gerard. Thank you, Gerard. Good night, everybody. Have a good one. We will see you guys in 2 weeks. Bye.